Race number 5 is next up for the preview, and the 5th runs over the 1400 for the Class 4s, and Temra Blitz at the top. He's on the class drop. Super Eagles won a trial since running 6th behind Awea Hero. He steps up in trip to the 1400 too. He's won over twice at that distance in Australia. Golden Bull extra 200 metres. Beauty Moments on debut has had 4 trials. Blissful Star has placed 2 from 3 course and distance. Young Sparkles had 2 trials since that irregular heart rhythm last start. Harley Charm Blinkers off, he's first up. He's had 6 trials, and Bold Prince has had 4 trials, all up at Chungfa. They've actually looked okay, but he's yet to perform on race day is Bold Prince. What about the speed here, Nick? We've got Splendid Living going forward.
Yeah, and he did a couple of starts ago as well. Well, he was certainly prominent, and he's done that from time to time. So draws a good gate here in 5. He's had 14 in his last 2 races, so he's much better drawn this time to go forward. Ching, I don't think will be too far away. They'll perhaps try and take bad luck out of the equation with him because he's been desperate and unlucky in his last couple. Young Sparkle, I think, can also go forward. Super Eagle might be another one, Paul. He's drawn a good gate, apprentice ridden.
Yeah, so I think he'll be a little bit more forward than he has been. Ching's been caught on the rail in his last 2 starts. I'm sure they won't want to be there again, so they'll try and get into the clear with him.
We will get to Ching in just a moment to discuss him, but we are going to start with Golden Bull. 3 starts for 3 placings, a new rider for his 4th outing, and that rider is Lyle Hewitson.
Lyle, Golden Bull, 3 starts for 3 placings, and you jump aboard him for the first time this weekend. Off those replays, how have you found his form to be?
Yeah, well, firstly, before his last start, I gave him a gallop down the back of the grass because Zach was at the time medically indisposed and sort of was on the bench and waiting. So I got a feel of him then, and when I galloped him the other day, he went with a partner, and I quite enjoyed the fact that he was a lot sharper and a lot stronger when he had the company. So he's a horse that manages to do both. And then, like you say, comparing to his races, I think circumstantially he's had a few things go against him with the runaway leader holding on to win. He had to work quite a long way up the straight, and his other runs weren't in vain. So I think he's probably a horse that's improving, and although he's pretty decent at the 1200, the first gallop I gave him the turf, my opinion was 14 could suit him better. So yeah, he should be very competitive.
You mentioned his work during the week. That was with one of his unbeaten stablemates there, Nordic Dragon, so you were happy with how he's felt? Yeah,
look, obviously the companion was just going out to do his own gallop behind us, and but I must say the way he travelled and with the company, how he was competitive. I know that if he's nice and relaxed in the race, when push comes to shove, he'll put his head down and go again.
He drops a little bit in weight this weekend, and he's come up with a similar sort of draw barrier number 9. Do you just happy to ride him where he sort of feels happy and find his rhythm?
Yeah, I'll have to chat to Danny. Of course, he does have the tactical speed, so if we need to use that early to get a position, it's possible, but he might also be a horse, especially stepping up in trip, that we want to settle in the first part of the race. So we'll have to dissect the race a bit more, but versatility is probably one of his strengths too.
Lyle on the consistent Golden Bull. Now we head to the next horse, Paul, which is consistently unlucky. That is Ching. Surely he's going to deliver some Ching this week.
Yeah, well, look, I'm going to go with him. As you say, he should have won his last couple there. He's been a little bit unlucky. Couldn't get out. So, look, I just think from barrier 3, they'll try and not be sort of amongst horses, maybe outside the leader, and just take the luck out of it.
I think so. Absolutely agree, Paul. And you know, he's had no luck whatsoever in his last couple, and he's looked very, very unlucky when they've got close to the finish. Notably, 2 starts ago, and he was only beaten a neck. But this very much the same, and yeah, he's more than good enough to win it.
Good report for the favourite Ching. Perfetto, Nick, only had 1 run back from a spell. He gets held up a little bit here and draws a nice gate this week. He's down in barrier number 4. Yeah, this was the Circuit Mighty race, only beaten 3 lengths, and it was much better than his first couple of starts, that's for sure. And look, a good gate here, much improved on 11 last time out, carries the same weight. Trip stays the same, so conditions should suit him, Paul.
Yeah, definitely. He's definitely on the improve, this horse. He's drawn better draw in barrier 4, but he hasn't really shown too much gate speed, so I don't know if he'll be a little bit closer or not, but I do like the way he hit the line.
Off to Chungfa finally, Paul, and we've got Harley Charm, who's trialled twice since this, but this is the morning that he went up against Bold Prince. Have you got either of these 2 in?
Look, I did put Harley Charm in because I think he's improved this horse. There's been a lot of A lot of work gone into him up in Chung Fa. He's had plenty of trials up there. And look, he looks like a horse that has improved. The blinkers will come off him. Interesting that Zach's aboard him as well. Zach Purdon jumps aboard. Drawn a little bit awkwardly in 12. So I did put him in on the minor line.
Yeah, look, I couldn't find a spot for him, but I agree. I think his trials have perhaps suggested that he has shown a bit of improvement, and he'd need to on what he's done so far.
No, he did finish better than what he did in that trial there. He was just given a really quiet trial and finished some distance from them. Ching with some luck.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Ching. You're right. He just needs luck, this horse. He deserves a win. He's on top. Golden Bull, obviously the danger up to 1,400 metres. Harley Charm, we'll put him there for third. I think he's an improvement. Interesting jockeying booking for him. And Splendid Living, if he does go to the front from a bit of draw, he's been racing well this season. 4, 3, 9, 11.
Yeah, I'm going to go against the favourite with Golden Ball. I could take plenty of positives out of that interview Tom did with Lyle Hewitson, and he does look a horse improving. I think going up in trip's going to suit him as well. So he'll go on top over Ching, who has been desperately unlucky, can't really have much more to it. So wouldn't be shocked at all to see him salute in front, but I think he'll go very close. Blissful Star is another one on his best form, I think, can figure. And Tamra Blitz up at the top, downgraded. That can help his cause. Hugh Bowman rides him for the first time. 3, 4, 6 and 1.
There you have it, race number 5, the first leg of Sunday's Triple Trio.